First ball. Right on the spot.
Good afternoon, Bish, and good day to all. Certainly a lot expected in this game. Both teams will look to try and get the advantage. A lot of the individual players will try and get some performance under the belt. Some of them already have got off to a good start in the tournament. But that man on the screen, Virendra Sehwag, will try and get some runs under his belt today.
Very good delivery, a little bit of bounce, and Maharouf was the man that dismissed Virendra Sehwag in the first match of this tournament.
A very noticeable, Bish, is that Maharouf has developed a ball that goes away. With his action, he's been basically in swing, in swing, in swing. But here he's got that one that's going away. So that's a really good addition to his repertoire.
No ball, and punched away by Sehwag. It shall run away for 4. The first boundary. First runs of the innings.
Maharouf over pitching. His front foot also going over the line. And that time, good movement of the feet by Sehwag right to the pitch of the ball. And finding that gap at extra cover. Good shot from Virendra Sehwag to get off the mark.
That's in there, and that's gone to third man.
Saurav Ganguly is known to play the ball in the air in that backward point gully region. Surprising that Adapattu hasn't had a gully for him, just a slip. Was a loosener. And Ganguly pushing at it, just lobbed it in the air. So he gets off the mark. India winning the toss and deciding to bat first. No question about that. Pitch looking very flat, very dry. Few cracks, but certainly looks the best pitch in this tournament so far.
Well, you'd expect a few deliveries to go past the outside edge from these two bowlers who do get movement through the air and off the seam. It does look a very good pitch. The opening partnerships going in this tournament have not done very well from any of the teams. Ranelagh looks as though it's a pitch. If you can get through the first 10 or 15 overs, you can fill your boots. You expect this from Lokohetige. Expect the ball to swing around, and a 1-by result.
A rare blemish then by Sangakkara. Good little bit of movement here for Lokohetige. Went very nicely off the seam, almost like a leg break.
Dropped it. How costly can that chance prove to be for Sehwag?
Chased at one outside the off stump. Sangakkara went for it. Possibly just got a glove. Just pretty wide. If he left it, it would have been called wide. Sangakkara goes wide, doesn't get his gloves. Slip is wide, just gets his hands to it. And spilt in the end. It was hit with tremendous power. A very thick edge. And a chance gone a begging.
Dilhara, Lokohetige's dad, the gentleman in the black shirt closest to the camera, having a good look at his son to see what he can produce in what is expected to be a fierce contest. Already a catch going down. It's pretty close to being a wide. In fact, it's called a wide. 3 wides in the innings already, and we are into the 4th over.
Last over, Sehwag had a big slash at a delivery from Maroof. And the question is, was first slip standing too wide, Mahela Jayawardene?
That's gone between keeper and gully as well. Yeah, when you have just that one slip, a lot of teams try to cover a lot more ground. The keeper and the slip come to some type of agreement as to how wide they will stand and who will go for it. And it's one of, I suppose, the disadvantages of that, in that a lot of ground has to be covered by either one of those catches. Little fumble again. So Sri Lanka haven't started off very special in the field here.
That's the drop catch, or the catch which went between keeper and slip. And certainly it was just probably touching the fingertips of Mahela Jayawardene. A foot and a half to his left, and probably the ball would have been much closer to him. But that's obviously agreement between keeper and slip.
That's gone away for 4. It was in the air for a while, just forward of square. Boundary to Ganguly.
Saurav Ganguly loves it there. Plays the ball beautifully off his feet, off his pads. And that was there to be hit. Made the most of it, and again the ball just simply flying on this outfield.
Well, it's the best opening partnership of the series. That's how difficult it has been for the opening batsmen. Edged and short. Just short, I suspect, of Sangakkara. So we're not short of action here in the opening rounds of this contest.
Now there's no first slip. Ganguly pushed one in the air towards gully earlier on. Slip moved to gully, and certainly a big edge. And falling well short of Sangakkara, of course. So the fast bowlers, the opening bowlers, getting the edge, but yet no luck for the Sri Lankans.
Well-run single.
It's a rare occasion when the Sri Lankan attack is reduced to just one frontline spinner. Can't remember when that last happened. Possibly Dilshan will bowl a few overs of spin. But 4 frontline bowlers in the attack for this match. Frontline pace bowlers in the attack. And only that man, Upul Chandana, will be doing the spinning. Jayaprakash Dharan, the new debutant.
Squeezed through the offside. Just a couple of runs. It's quite noticeable neither of these batsmen are looking to hit the ball too hard. They're obviously looking to spend time in the middle. Ganguly has been playing in the UK, but just looking to acclimatise himself to this pitch here in Dambulla. And Sehwag himself looking to spend time at the crease.
Early signs, Bish, is certainly that this pitch is behaving much better than the other 2 that has been played on before.
Dropped again. Twice Sehwag has been dropped off the same unlucky bowler, Maroof.
It was a good day for Maroof yesterday. 3 wickets for 9 runs in his 10-over spell. Not so today. Nothing's going right for him. Short outside the off stump. Sehwag goes for the cut. Went very quickly, but to the right hand of Mahela Jayawardene, who fails to hold on to it. Difficult, but that's the type of catch you've got to hold.
The reactions there from Jayawardene aren't great. Himself and Sangakkara just seem to be reacting a touch late, the ball is banging into the hands. You have to hold on to that. Let's have a look at it again. Ian Chappell gave an exhibition yesterday, I think it was, on the movement of the feet, the balance, when you're feeling it slip. Hit well into the palms of the hands. That should have been held. Another single to Fernando. 26 without loss.
Once again, this could be called an edge, but this is intentional. More purpose in this shot. If I can say, a little more control with that slash.
I think he's just going for it now. He's going to play big shots out there. He doesn't seem to have any control. He doesn't really want to take his time to get into the innings. He's just, his front foot is on middle and leg. His back foot leaves the ground. And he's not playing with too much control, but there is purpose in that shot, that's for sure. And Lotte Hettegay is the frustrated one.
I'm amazed that they don't have any slips for Virendra Sehwag. He's a big wicket. It's best that they get him early. He's offered chances at slips. There's nothing to suggest that he is growing in confidence as his form is getting better. Marwan Atapattu has no slips for Sehwag.
Now he's concentrating on these men. And you don't want to be one of those. If Sehwag's going to play as powerfully as he is, you don't want to be there in case he hits the middle of the bat, and maybe a wide slip where that arrow is. Third man possibly could come a little finer, and now he's just sort of, Atapattu is saying, we think you're going to hit the ball really well.
Well, he's a defensive captain, there's no doubt about it. Have a look at this field now. They've got the square leg coming inside the circle. He's got some runs on the onside. This is a well-timed shot. And he won't get it. In fact, he's hit that against the wind, so that was superbly timed.
Poor bowling, really poor bowling. 35 for none.
Sehwag was almost handshaking distance from Ganguly. It's a no ball. Well played down to third man for a single. This is something that I've mentioned earlier as well. Ian Chappell totally disagrees with me on this. Now, if you have a coach, and we reckon these days that they have an important role, do you agree that the coach could come in at this stage? This is an important time of the match, and at this time, if you can convey to the captain that you need to get a little more attacking, this is a crucial passage of play. Or should he wait for the drinks break or the lunch break to dwell on matters when they've passed?
I think drinks break, and then at the end of the game, these are the areas we need to pick up in. There's a man out there. And then you can just keep developing your captain over a period of time, and then have him thinking on his feet. He's the man out there. The one thing cricket has got is that, and retained as a tradition, is the captain runs the team, and not the coach, like in football, for example. So I like the fact that he should be making notes. He'll get a message to him at the designated breaks and legal breaks. He doesn't have to run things out to a captain. And then at the end, tomorrow, for example, let's work on where you might have gone wrong. We could have been more attacking here. You could have defended a bit better there, and work on his skills.
Good shout. This looks pretty straight. Daryl Harper says no. Maruf cannot believe it. 9 overs gone, 38 for no wicket. Good ball, a great start. Now, was that intentional? If it was, you've got to admire this guy's temperament. He's bowled the first ball of his international career, a great Yorker.
Spot on middle as well. Sehwag was winding up, looking to really get to him first ball, and could do nothing.
It's gone over the keeper's head. Two runs. Getting an applause for the effort, the fielder there in the deep.
Well, the bounce of the ball is certainly going India's way, but I think Sri Lanka need to make their own luck. If they had have taken one or both of those catches that have come their way and not had a fumble or two, they might have been on a bit more of a roll than they are now. And little things like this seem to be going against them today. Someone needs to turn it around. Another good arm.
Good running. Once again, the fielder in the circle, on the circle. 11 overs gone, 44 for no wicket. Murli not playing today, rested. Gone straight to the fielder next to cover. Ganguly would be disappointed. It's almost an overpitch delivery.
Now, for mine, Sanjay, he should be back at the hotel, possibly back at Colombo now, because you don't want him sitting around the ground thinking and concentrating and feeling as if it's another cricket game. He's having a rest today for some reason. We don't really understand why, but he's having a rest. Go away from cricket for a day. Get back into it next match.
Maybe because he's been away for 11 months before this series. And he just wants to stay close. Not yet. Maybe another series and I might do that, Ian.
Well, it was stated that they have got plenty of cricket coming up. The captain said that at the toss. So it only was Akram and Waqar Younis have taken more wickets than Murali in one day. As certainly the king of Dambulla. 372 compared to 416. That's his next target.
He's got it through. Beautiful shot for 4.
Well, it's not from lack of trying. The Sri Lankans are trying to get his cover drive working as far as I can see. It's been full and up there for about the last over and a half. Finally, he leans into one and finds the gap. It's been a defensive tactic. Marvin Adipatu possibly could address where his bowlers are pitching it rather than the field placings to defend. Because eventually the batsman is going to get hold of one and get used to those gaps.
When the coach has a word with him at drinks, might just be a bit too late. He'll get a run. And I say this because I found Imran Khan, when he was not captaining on the field, was like a coach of the Pakistan team. And if he found something wrong while he was not on the field, he would make sure that the message was carried at that time, right away. He wouldn't wait for a drinks break or a tea break or end of day's play. Now there's a chance Tom Moody might convey to Marwan. You need to get a little more positive, but 15 overs would be bowled. These batsmen would be playing differently, so the opportunity is lost as far as Adipatu is concerned and Sri Lanka is concerned.
But what you're saying was, as a wide is called there, Imran was still the captain, but he was off the field. Is that right? So that's great, as long as it's coming from the captain. And he's thinking. I think Tom Moody, what he's got to do is he's got to get Adipatu thinking like Imran Khan and aspiring to be as thoughtful and thinking on his feet in all situations, because he's got a great responsibility in leading this national team. That's his job. That is his job, to get things right in these sort of situations.
I'm just averse to the idea of captains learning on in an international game. If Tom Moody has seen something that's glaring, something that's really wrong, it's going to hurt the team, why not convey to him right at that time? Mavanatapattu could learn from it. Why wait?
Too soft, Sanjay.
He's got that through. Sehwag has found the middle of the bat after a long time. It's a typical Sehwag 4 to end the over. 60 for no wicket.
Nicely played, square through the offside. It is a lightning quick outfield. Man in the deep had no chance. It's a no ball as well.
I think perhaps the other thing that comes into it is a lot of captains look upon one-day cricket as a containment game. Well, I've only ever found that the best way to contain, and particularly if you're up against really good players, there's only one sure way to contain, and that's to send them back to the pavilion. You're not going to contain Sehwag if he's in form, Ganguly if he's in form, Dravid, those players. You're not going to contain them. Only way you'll stop them scoring is to send them back.
Oh, bowled in, inside edge. First international wicket for him. Jayaprakash Dharan has given Sri Lanka some hope. In fact, a lot of hope. They got rid of the dangerous Sehwag.
Well, they got the wicket, but really it came, the batsman presented it to Sri Lanka. Just perhaps a little bit of frustration there for Sehwag. He really tried to belt that ball, perhaps tried to hit it too hard, and dragged it back onto the stumps with the underneath edge. Big breakthrough for Sri Lanka. India 67.
Sri Lanka have got a big breakthrough here, courtesy the batsman, not as much the bowler. VVS Laxman, the stylist. VVS Laxman is out there. Sri Lankans were convinced that there was an edge. Umpire thought otherwise. I thought that there was an edge.
Well, umpire Harper just flinched for a moment. It looked like he was going to do something, and then he shook his head. Certainly the men behind the wicket were all up pretty quickly. There's big noise there, and the bowler himself was up.
Has gone across the line. Maybe a bit of bat involved. He's looking at his stick. Sourav Ganguly walking across the line of that ball. VVS Laxman definitely edging that one. There's that woody sound noise, and held by the keeper. Tracker there confirming that there was an edge to be had. Nicely fielded at mid-off. Good strike from VVS Laxman. He can bat in his natural way and be successful on these tracks, VVS Laxman. It's Pervez Maroof who did a wonderful job at mid-off.
Hitting the ball pretty firmly at the moment, VVS Laxman, but not finding the gaps.
Places it through square leg for a run.
12 balls to get off the mark. And he's the type of player who can catch up very quickly with his strike rate if he's there for any length of time.
Ganguly 23 from 65 balls. That's gone in the air. Looked very awkward handling that short one from Dilara Fernando. Sri Lanka clearly missed a trick by not introducing this bowler to Saurav earlier in the innings. 70 for 1. Gone down the track. It's a good connection. He'll get a boundary. Mid off and mid on up in the ring. So very safe option taken by Saurav Ganguly. Good hit.
Well, he's picked his bowler. He's decided that the medium pacer, he can get down the track and drive him. And the good thing about that shot is he didn't try and hit across it. Just hit straight through the line.
One thing about VVS Laxman when he's at the crease is that you see a good deal of risk will involved in his shots. Had a lucky escape very early on in his innings. And generally, you think there was an edge there that was missed by the umpire. Snick. In fact, the one that he edged a little lower than the previous delivery.
One gets a feeling that Ganguly has a bit of a misfield there. Look for the second, but fielder quickly recovering. I've got the feeling that Ganguly has done a lot of work on his technique. Probably during the time he really wasn't playing cricket, or where the ban was imposed on him. Neatly stroked away down to third man. Ganguly still has been just looking at nudging it around. It's just once in the last few overs that he really took on the bowlers. His partnership just meandering along. 11 runs of 37 balls.
It's been an illustrious career for the former Indian captain. Not captain in this tournament.
Bowling.
Very close to 10,000 runs in one-day internationals. Just two players above him. Inzamam ul Haq, the Pakistan captain, and Sachin Tendulkar.
Bowling, come on.
Yes, I heard Ian and Ramesh talk about the Afro-Asian series and heard that Inzamam ul Haq was captaining, but I'm rather surprised that Saurav Ganguly has been omitted from the Asian squad. We read in the papers today that he's expressed outrage that he's been left out for someone who's made 10,000, almost 10,000 one-day runs. Just 4 short of his 10,000, averaging 41.31. The averages is ahead of Inzamam ul Haq, 39.90, and Jayasuriya is just behind him, also 33 short of the 10,000.
$80 for 1. And he's gotten it. 10,000 runs for Saurav Ganguly, and it's come at a strike rate of a nigh on 74 runs per 100 balls. And all his teammates will rise and salute. He has been a master batsman in this version of the game.
Monumental performance, a milestone which takes him right to the top. An average of 41.32.
Short delivery.
Dilharapan and to continue to test Lakshman with the short one. He's shown some aversion to playing the short one. In fact, got himself into some sort of trouble. The ball really not coming on him.
Pulled away. Little bit of innovation from Ganguly. 25 overs gone, 92 for 1. Good strike from Laxman. Maybe it should have been stopped at the mid-on.
That certainly was a good-looking shot from Lakshman. He certainly has realized that it's about time that the acceleration needs to take place. It's very well played, in fact, plenty of meat on that.
An exclusive club for Saurav Ganguly and his membership today. Just 3 batsmen in the history of the game have gone past 10,000 runs in one-day internationals, and his average is very good.
He said he's made his 10,000 at a time when everything wasn't really going well for him. Shows a lot of courage and temperament. Sort of a lot would be expected from him in this innings.
He'll be pushing for 2, but he won't get it. I think Sri Lanka, I think Adapatu would be quite happy to chase anything around 240 here. He's got no Murali in his team today, so he'll have to give a little leeway for that. But by now, I would think that Sri Lanka's batting should have become attuned. Whatever rusty areas there have been would have been shaken off. The Test series, a couple of one-day games now.
Bowling.
Having experienced the West Indians chase the 240 and despite having lost all those wickets earlier on, get to close on 200. I think that really is something that Adapatu would be banking on. He certainly has the depth in his batting, but one really can't discount the Indian seamers. They too could move the ball given the right conditions. Got Pathan, Zaid Khan and Balaji. Nehran Balaji.
$99 for 1.
Where can you get amazing deals on free mobile phones? If you talk to Mobiles for Free, you'll love our 900 minutes per month offer. That's 900 minutes, any network, anytime. Plus there's 100 text messages or a £10 data bundle. And not forgetting your phone absolutely free, with free nationwide delivery, all from $9.99 per month. Call now on 0800 031 9400 and take advantage of this.
Pull that away. He's found another option.
He's certainly a man with a lot of talent and ability to innovate. You've seen the man inside the ring and plenty of open spaces in that long on mid-wicket region, and looks to take the aerial route there.
.50 partnership from 87 balls. So it's been steady going. In fact, steady going right through for India.
Bowled in. Dilshan has struck. Great opportunity lost for VVS Lakshman. Where did that pitch? Was that in the rough? I think he's trying to get the attention of the coach. Did you see the spin? There was certainly some spin here.
Well, that's the classic off-spinner's dismissal. Curve it away and spin it back and hit the top of off stump. Not sure he was trying to get the coach's attention. Did catch the inside edge, but I think he might have been trying to get Murali's attention. It's 117 for 2.
Flexibility is the key word for India in this tournament. Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been up and down the batting order. Finally gets the 50th run. And that is his 60th one-day international 50.
Well, coming back into the side with a point to prove, and Ganguly has gone about it in a very solid fashion.
Punched away nicely to long off for a single. He's taken his time. 50 of 105 balls, strike rate of 47, something that you don't relate to Ganguly.
Come on! Come on!
Direct hit, that could have been close. Mahela Jayawardene was backing up.
Certainly pushing a bit harder with his running between wickets today, Ganguly.
First attempt at a big shot against Upul Chandana. He'll get a single. He's got perhaps a bit too close to the ball.
Chandana getting that ball to curve away from Ganguly. Very nearly hit it back to the bowler.
Haven't yet got any clues to this promotion. Dhoni has been happy picking up the singles. He's been promoted ahead of Rahul Dravid, the other pure batsman in the team. He's going to look for 2, should get it comfortably.
He's very much an arm player, Dhoni. He's a very strong, got very strong forearms, but he hits mostly with his arms. Not a lot of wrist work in it.
Another butcher-like cut towards point, deep point. The strong man, Dhoni. Bowled him, gone. Upul Chandana has struck, getting the ball to spin between the bat and pad, and Sourav Ganguly's inning comes to an end. The score of 51.
Well, we've just seen the classic off-spinner's dismissal. Now we've seen the classic leg spinner. Curve it away, spin it back. On this occasion, it crashes into leg stump as Ganguly looked to just force it on the onside, but the drift just opened a bit of a gap between bat and pad, and Upul Chandana found it. It's 127 to 3.
We've got Rahul Dravid, who is coming to replace Sourav Ganguly. He's been in good form, the most successful batsman on this ground. And in fact, Sourav Ganguly also, every time he's batted at the Rangiri Stadium, he's got runs. shout for leg before. Give him. Just as an afterthought, it could be the correct decision, but a delayed decision from Tiron Vijayawardene. And Dravid has been dismissed. A duck to the first ball that he faced.
The other thing that makes the decision look a little more dubious is the fact that he was well away from the stumps when he gave it. It's certainly going to hit the stumps. The only real point of dispute is whether it hit him in line or not, and that is pretty marginal. India 128 for 4.
Another opportunity for Mohammad Kaif. Another ball taken on the pads. That may have been just hitting outside the line of the off stump. Another close call for India.
Once again, it was the curve through the air that caused the problem for the batsman. Well, the big question I've got about that last LBW appeal was whether it hit the batsman on the full or not. If it hit on the half volley, I can see why the umpire gave it not out, because the ball didn't travel far enough for him to see if it was going straight or not. It's hit him on the toe, and under the stupid law they've got now, which says you've got to assume the ball's going straight on, and you should never assume anything as an umpire, but I think that might have been out.
Oh!
Once again, the drift. Dhoni almost falling over that last ball. He's hit that extremely hard for 4. Was there a bit of bat on it? Dilshan certainly thinks so. And it wasn't called a wide.
Dhoni looking for one of those little dab shots. He just got a bit of an edge on it, which is why it missed the gloves.
Here's the big space we're talking about, and there's a 2. It's not even a single. It's a 2, and they're looking for 3. And gets it. And all Dilhara did was got on the middle and off stump of Mohammad Kaif. He finds 3. Now there's 11 overs to go, and the score's 154. Well, he's got it. Dhoni's just looking to hit, possibly on the onside a little too much. Did it spin? Not sure, but what I am sure of, it was a sharp catch, well taken.
Dilshan picking up a low catch. Just a little bit of flight in that delivery. And Dhoni again not balanced, using that bottom hand too much. And hitting it nowhere but into the hands of Tilakaratne Dilshan. He's done well, picked up his 3rd wicket, and Mahendra Dhoni goes. 20 runs made quickly in 27 balls. Caught and bowled Dilshan, and India now 157 for 5.
Suresh Raina comes into the crease, batting 7 for India.
Yes, it's another return catch, and brilliantly taken this time by Dilshan.
It is getting better and better for Sri Lanka. They've had their problems behind the wicket today, but gee, have they been sharp in front of it. Around the wicket, looking for the return catch. And he gets the diving left-hander. back to the other side of the wicket. Wowee. Raina can feel a little bit disappointed there, but certainly the Sri Lankans can't. The 6th wicket gone for 161. Suresh Raina departs to a magnificent catch by Dilson. In comes Irfan Pathan. He's an all-rounder, potential world-class all-rounder in his 32nd match. His average is 22.5, which is pretty good, batting so low.
Come on.
That's a nice shot. It's a very fast outfield. That ball will win the race. Mohammad Kaif's first boundary.
That was well played. Shows you that the pitch is a little on the slow side. He got back, he had plenty of time to wait, and then just placed that ball away from the backward point fieldsman.
High full toss put away nicely by Irfan Pathan. That was a difficult ball to put away, but he made it look extremely easy. Just a polite query to the umpire whether that was a no ball, a high full toss over the waistline.
Just used the bowler's pace on that occasion.
That's hit straight. And will beat the fielder at long on. Very good shot from Irfan Pathan. He's looked good in this little knock.
Yes, he's a good young cricketer. They said he had potential as a batsman in the underage teams. Batted a bit higher in the order in those days, but he's smart enough to keep hitting straight.
Taken brilliantly held by Maroof in his follow-through. He's a very good cricketer. Did not panic. Looked at the ball, dived, and was always sure to get it.
That's a good wicket. Get rid of the batsman at this time. That's good. 3 caught bowls have been taken. They've all been good ones by the Sri Lankans. That's especially good for a fast bowler following through. 194 for 7.
Once again hitting the ball straight and crisply. It's Upul Channa. Wow. Now that is a first. He is usually a very safe fielder, Upul Channa. He'll be disappointed with this effort.
He looked, as he was approaching the ball, as though he was a little bit worried about the bounce that he might get. And once you start to get nervous about getting a bad bounce, that's generally what happens. It was thumped hard, and the outfield is quite firm, but in the end, he really let the ball play him. Just didn't quite trust the bounce, I don't think.
Another spanking shot, another boundary. Very good batting by Irfan Pathan. He's making a strong statement here.
Well, that brings up the 200 for India, and he's done it in fine style. Irfan Pathan, 23 from 21 deliveries. And there's been a lot of thought. Apart from the fact that he hits the ball well, he times it well, there's been plenty of thought in his batting.
Guided away by Harbhajan Singh. That'll be another boundary. So an expensive over for Sri Lanka. 13 runs so far in this over.
Well, the last 2 have been pretty expensive for Sri Lanka. Harbhajan's done well there, especially new at the crease. It's the sort of delivery you could miss quite easily.
Chance of a run out. Direct hit, gone. Harbhajan Singh will walk back to the hut. Good work done in the field. Once again, it's a fast bowler who strikes. The last over, it was Maruf who took a brilliant cotton ball. This time, it's Dilara Fernando who strikes the stumps just when it required.
Well, the bowlers have done an excellent job. 3 caught and bowled, and all of them good. And then the bowler throwing the stumps down to produce a run out. It's 207 for 8.
Once again, cracking shot, squared through the offside. What batting! 17 off the over. Brilliant stuff from Irfan Pathan. 211 for 8. Another good drive. He wants to have the strike back. He's running hard. The throw is at the keeper again. Gone is he. Appeal has been made by Kumar Sangakkara. Darrell Foster will ask the third umpire for the verdict. Touch and go.
It wasn't a powerful throw, and that's allowed Irfan Pathan to get home. The fieldsman throwing off balance. So the throw was accurate, but it had no power in it. It took forever to get to the keeper, and that allowed Irfan Pathan to get home. So that's well run.
Yes, the bat was nicely grounded. The green light is on. He can resume his stint. 30 from 24 balls, Irfan Pathan. 5 boundaries. Full toss, hit hard, is called for 2. Balaji has to come to the bowler's end. He makes it very easily. Good cricket.
Well, this is a good warm-up for Irfan Pathan, and I guess Balaji too. He's doing a bit of running, but that'll certainly loosen up the muscles for a bit of bowling.
Good delivery, Yorker from Maruf. Strike is still with Irfan Pathan, and that is what counts for India. Very good delivery under pressure, Yorker. The only mistake, I guess, the left-hander made was he was looking to play across the line. He's been so good hitting the ball straight down the line. Gathering his thoughts, I guess, Irfan Pathan. It's gone to mid-off, and they'll come back for the second. Another good hit, sensible hit.
This has been very smart batting. 5 boundaries in his 34. There's also been a lot of 2s, so he's kept the strike, and he's giving India a target to bowl at.
India scored 205 the first game against Sri Lanka, and made the home team work extremely hard. Another drive, another call for 2. Balaji is running hard for the second. He's thrown at the wrong end. So India 220 for 8 after 50 overs. Good recovery courtesy Irfan Pathan. Shot and put away brilliantly through point. That's a cracking shot and a cracking way to get off the mark.
This boy's got talent. Upul Tharanga just getting behind the line, but that was very short indeed. But again, you have to get it away. You have to get the placement right, and he got it right between those two fielders.
It's lovely timing and great placement. Oh, excellent delivery. There's an edge. He's walking. Great breakthrough. It's Irfan Pathan who's done the job. Just a faint edge. Good delivery. Movement away from the bat.
They seized the inexperience of Upul Tharanga. Just a delivery which was slightly pushed forward and with not much width, but just enough to entice him into the cut. Gets the thinnest of edges, and the wicketkeeper does the rest. And India have struck very early once again. Pathan isn't he delighted? Upul Tharanga goes for 4. Sri Lanka lose their first wicket for 4 runs. They are Sri Lanka's most accomplished players. Kumar Sangakkara, of course, has been in the forefront recently.
Caught behind. Is he? Or is it just off the pad? The slip cordon and the rest of the field thought otherwise. Mighty close this.
That was a big shout and certainly a noise. I would reckon that Mavanathapat hit the inside of his pad with the bat.
Driven beautifully. Mavanatapattu at his very best.
Signature Mavanatapattu's shot. He's very good on the drive. That time Balaji just giving him the width and also the length. Crashes it past extra cow for 4.
It was a swing for Balaji, but better swing came off the bat. That's India. That's gone through the gap. That's another boundary, this time coming off the bat of Kumar Sangakkara. Very good shot.
An excellent shot here by Sangakkara. Sangakkara really didn't get much width on the location, but just hitting it on the up. And again, the placement was absolutely brilliant. Just a bit short, but on the front foot.
That's gone through the slip cordon. It's a very fast outfield. Unbelievably quick.
Yes, the outfield so well manicured. The ball just runs. Of course, that delivery is wide off the slips. Sangakkara playing tentatively, but getting the outside edge. He'll take those 4 runs.
Must be heartbreaking for Balaji. Had bowled a reasonable delivery, in fact better than a reasonable one. That ball shaping away and Kumar Sangakkara being engaged into playing that faulty shot.
Hit that in the air. He's going to get 4 for it. Trying to break the shackles is Sangakkara. It came off that time.
Brilliant shot. Balaji didn't do a lot wrong. He just got a little straighter than the ones that Sangakkara have been letting go. So not as confident with his cover drive tonight, but his straight down the ground shot is looking good.
May have been pitching outside the leg stump. I'm going to stick my neck out here. Tiron Vijay Vardhane has given another decision. Sangakkara is leaving the field, adjudged leg before. just got the sneaking suspicion that may have just pitched outside the leg stump, but Indians have got another wicket.
If it pitches outside leg, which it does, and shapes in a little bit, it's probably going to miss leg, although it didn't swing as much as I thought. It got Sangakkara falling over across his stumps. That made it look closer to that leg and middle stump than it actually was. It wasn't far out of that strike zone, and Kumar Sangakkara has to go. 16 from 30, a massive wicket, 36 for 2.
Mahela Jayawardene batting at number 4. Plenty of experience, 179. You'd wonder why the average is under 30. That's because of the inconsistency that one associates with his batting. Balaji has always been the wicket taker for India, whether you're talking of test matches or one-day matches. And he's got the big one. He's got Sangakkara, the man in form, Sri Lanka. Got it very fine. That should be a boundary for Mahela Jayawardene. Gets off the mark with a 4.
And I'd love to see him keep this going, Jayawardene. Quite often slow out of the blocks. He can play a great role for the Sri Lankans tonight. Looking for the in swinger, or was the off cutter anyway. He saw it, played it beautifully. Took no risk at all. Was actually holding that for an outswinger, turned into an off cutter.
That's played well, beautifully balanced at the time of meeting the ball. That's why it's gone so quickly. The fine leg boundary, great shot.
Finally, and Nehru's given them plenty of practice runs. You can't afford to stay there for too long. He can't control the in swing at this stage. He's got to get it across the left of screen more. It's moving for him, and this time Adapadu clears that front leg, gets the bat out in front and finds the boundary.
Could be a run out here. It had to be a direct hit. Wonder whether underarm would have been a better idea. You get more accuracy when you throw like that, but a chance missed by the Indians.
Whatever you're best at. Is it underarm or is it overarm? He had time to do either. He goes the overarm, tries to knock the stump out of the ground and misses. It's easy to understand how you can miss, and it will happen plenty of times. And it wasn't that bad a throw.
Got 2 slips. Still leg-sided. That is 2 straight. This is a quick outfield, and he gets 4. So Nehru should be kicking himself at the moment.
Especially with that field placing, because there's easy runs on the onside. Even if it doesn't go for a boundary, there's there's a guaranteed 1, and probably quite a few 2s. And if the odd one goes to the boundary, then it's really bad news. With the field that Dravid has got for him, he's telling him, you know, bowl off stump coming back in.
Too wide. Punished by Jayawardene.
That often happens when the bowler makes a mistake one side of the wicket. He then overcorrects, giving Jayawardene too much room outside off stump. But that's good batting, because the bowler's made 2 mistakes. First one on leg stump, and the second one wide of off stump. They've got to be punished, but they aren't always punished.
Should be 2.
Ashish Nehru not noted for his fielding. It's one area where India might have a bit of strife. You've got Ashish Nehru and Sourav Ganguly, neither of them great in the field.
It's a good punch. They'll be pushing for 2 here as well. This is Mavanatapatu's strength. He's not the power player that Sana Jasuria can be, but he has good timing, and once he finds the gaps, he needs to be able to find the gaps. Struggled a little bit in the early parts of this innings.
He has a reputation as a big score player once he gets started. I don't think he's in that sort of form yet, but he did have a lot of time in the middle in the last game, and that will help his confidence.
Still hasn't found the gap. He's hit a number of these drives tonight. Is that going to be frustrating for him?
It's very annoying, especially when you hit them well. The reason why it's annoying is because the scoreboard does have an effect on batsmen.
Now this could be pushing for 4. Wrong line again from Ganguly. He holds his head in disbelief at the end of his follow-through.
Well, it seems as though they've got some theory with Ganguly. As I said, I saw him out there bowling quite a bit in the warm-up, and I thought, hello, there's some sort of plan here. But I really think that it's time for Harbhajan, because Dilshan did such a good job with off-spin from this same end. And I think India need a wicket or 2 right here and now.
Lucky again, because it was just on that same line.
Sometimes as a captain you've got to say to yourself, if I was batting now, what would I like? And I think if you ask the Sri Lankan batsmen, they'd probably say we'd much prefer to face Ganguly than face Harbhajan. So if that's what you think, then that's what you do. You say, right, let's get Harbhajan in there. Sometimes it's not a bad way to captain. What would I least like now if I was in the batting position? And once you decide who that is, you say, right, well, let's get him into the attack. And I think it's, in fact, I think it's past time for Harbhajan. I think I bought the Ganguly experiment. And let's go to Harbhajan.
Oh, this will be tight. Yeah, that could be tight. In fact, that could be gone. Raina was the thrower, and Mavanatapatu is walking off. That is not what Sri Lanka wanted.
Well, that's 3 in a row for Mavanatapatu. Good work. He got rid of the ball very quickly, and that's why Mavanatapatu didn't even bother to look at the umpire. Now, really, it was his call. He should have been sending Jayavardena back. It's 78 for 3.
This is the moment that Tilakaratne Dilshan needs to fulfill his obvious potential from Sri Lanka's point of view.
Chance there, that's gone fine, very fine. It's Raina after it. Does really well. Good aggressive fielding from the youngster. Harbhajan Singh becomes that much more potent for India after the medium pacers have bowled. Great spell. Good piece of fielding, attacking the ball and making sure that keeps it in play.
It's quite interesting to see Dravid captain the way he has. You can see he's an attacking captain even at this stage. And get a single. In fact, he got his fingertips to the ball, which allowed that extra run. That's the time when the commitment doesn't really help. Had he just let that ball go, there'd been a single to Ashish Nehra, but just deflecting the ball enough for that extra run. Outside edge. Daryl Harper has heard that one. So Ashish Nehra gets a wicket, and wickets coming at regular intervals for India. Time for the huddle. This time is the huddle of celebration.
It's the channel that has destroyed Tilakaratne Dilshan's intent outside the off stump, and Dilshan was clearly late in getting behind that line of Ashish Nehra's delivery that climbed a little bit extra on him. Not so lucky with the bat. 88 for 4.
Russell is the man. Another batsman with plenty of experience, but on the comeback trail for Sri Lanka. He's got the first slip, a silly point, and 3 fielders on the offside in the ring, 2 on the onside in the ring. And the bowler has to respond to that. Too short for the kind of field that is set for him. Russell Arnold punishing that one.
Very good shot. Little bit of width he got outside his off stump. It was on the shorter side, and he adjusted well and found the placement.
Oh, this is going to be close. Daryl Harper raises the finger. Ashish Nehra has got another wicket, and he was looking towards the umpire when he was celebrating almost that wicket, because this seemed pretty straightforward. Nehra strikes once again.
Excellent delivery from Nehra. It was importantly on target. It had a bit of verve, bit of pace. Ashish Nehra was convinced that he had got the batsman out, and the umpire also went in his favour. Would have gone on to rattle the middle stump, and good chunk of leg stump. Russell Arnold makes his walk back to the pavilion, gone for 4, 94 for 5.
It's a Loko Hettige, the next man in. Dilhara Loko Hettige. Mid-off going back. That's the teasing off spinner. Big appeal, the finger goes up. Loko Hettige is slow to turn towards the dressing room, but the ploy has worked. The guile of Harbhajan Singh has got the better of Loko Hettige.
Lot more spin, lot more flight from Harbhajan Singh. Loko Hettige didn't like the decision. Well kept by Dhoni. He waited for the umpire's decision, then didn't move away from the crease immediately. Just a touch disappointed. But Harbhajan Singh, ecstatic. He gets pumped up. 95 for 6, gone for naught. Loko Hettige.
It's 95 for 6. Rahul Dravid's aggressive captaincy is working. It's made the game interesting too. Every batsman has been put under pressure. Upul Chandana won't be spared. Mahela Jayawardene continues his innings. He's watching wickets fall at the other end. The fielding is responding to the bowler. This is good cricket from India.
Yes, so he has to get it absolutely right with those 2 men, long, mid-on and mid-off up in the ring. Length, the direction has to be spot on.
Excellent over comes to an end. It's 100 for 6, 28 overs gone.
Fast the ball there, worked into the gap. 85 k's an hour, nearly 86 k's an hour. That's the other thing Harbhajan can do. He can get a sliding delivery a little bit quicker. Subtle change with his action, but get it through. And if you're not reading exactly what's coming out, it's a gutsy move to leave your crease. But there is plenty of room over cover. the gap I'm talking about. He's gone along the ground. They've got 2. Chandana's coming back for 3 comfortably. 109 for 6 after 30. Oh, there's an edge there, is there? They're all over it, but the umpire isn't.
Well, I've had a few queries to answer the umpires. I must say they've remained pretty calm with all the queries that have been put forward. Looks as though might have been an inside edge. It certainly sounded like it.
And that's a 4. Backed away and played a good cut.
Good footwork on that occasion. The bowler has now decided that he wants to push someone back. You get the feeling that it was Rahul Dravid's idea not to have someone back. The bowler, as soon as one went through there, said no, no longer. We're going to have someone out.
Oh, it's a sweep shot over the helmet, over the batsman's helmet and the fielding helmet. That nearly got big on Joe Warner, that.
It looks spectacular when it comes off, but it's not really a great shot. And the reason for that is it's got to be premeditated. And really, I think there's got to be better ways to score runs.
Oh, wouldn't it be lovely if it just hit the fielding helmet? So you play that innovative shot for 5. Oh, it's edge this time. Third man is fine, but he's not fine enough.
Well, it's bad enough when you're captain, but you saw the look on Sourav Ganguly's face there. It also hurts when you're bowling. When you get the outside edge, genuine outside edge, would have been a nice catch for first slip. I must say Rahul Dravid has kept the slip in longer than most captains do, but not on this occasion.
Sweeper's back on the offside, so cut shots got protection, so to the leg side. Oh, and he's played another beauty. The bowler's hands are above his head, so whether it's an outside edge or a leg by, it's just buys. And another one that just missed the fielding helmet.
It was very nearly 5 buys. It's only missed the helmet by a whisker. Certainly confused the batsman. And the keeper didn't pick it either. He was looking for the off break, and it was the one that went straight on.
This one's brought 4 and it'll be wide, so there'll be an extra ball as well as all those runs going on to the total. Again, not there quick enough and not committing to the take. Apologies, it's been given as runs. 137 for 6.
This should be 4. Just waited a fraction of a second, played it later than he would have. That's the reason he's found the gap. Good shot by Upul Chandana to a fired up.
Yes, quite a contrary. Everyone thought that this pitch would favour the spin, but the spinners are the ones who are giving the runs away. Just look at Chandana.
Played the square cut well today. This should go all the way. Balaji not quick enough. Wonderful shot by Upul Chandana.
It's a glorious shot by him. He had the width, but again to get the placement right was so important. There was a man down deep on that third man fence, and in fact got it wide off him. And again playing it on the front foot, the square cut. which is a bit of a rarity.
Another well-judged single to Saurav Ganguly. 50 to Mahela Jayawardene. His 22nd one-day international 50. A very good innings under pressure. But it could be a great innings if the team wins.
Yes, I think innings are really evaluated on the basis of its value to a team. And Mahela Jayawardene has played so well so far. He really has to just carry on.
650 against India. Very good delivery, but inside edge, that should be 4. So luck with the Sri Lankan team. It's an expensive over 10 runs coming off it. It's 160 for 6. Another good shot. They're using the pace in the pitch. Ganguly after it. He won't get there. It's another 4. Indians looking helpless at the moment. Runs are coming in boundaries.
Yes, the acceleration certainly coming on for Sri Lankans. That again neatly played by Mahela Jayawardene. He's so deft when he plays in that region.
Wonder whether a first slip would be a good idea. The ball is not turning too much. It's a great shot. That's 4. 4 fielders inside the ring on the offside, and Mahela Jayawardene pierced that gap to perfection.
That's poor bowling by Harbhajan Singh, dropping it short, giving Mahela Jayawardene enough time to get behind it and punch it, just concentrating on the gap. Again, Mahela Jayawardene, when he's on song, certainly he's class act.
Good fielding by a man who is not playing this match because of fever. Viral infection, that's what we were told. Not playing today, Yuvraj Singh, because of viral infection. This is good cricket from Sri Lanka.
Again, Yuvraj Singh just slipping on that occasion. Again, probably the viral flu having some effect on him.
Now this could be another edge that the wicketkeeper failed to catch. There was a bit of a deflection. I think it was the first or the second ball of the over down the leg side. Let's have a look. Seems like it came off the bat. Another chance. Upul Chandana is proving to be the perfect foil. 10 overs to go. It's 176 for 6. He's run it down to third man. That's 4. There was a first slip in position. He got it to the right of the first slip and fine enough for the third man. Great shot.
He's brilliant when working the ball in that direction, Mahela Jayawardene. Just look at those supple wrists, just giving the ball direction, turning the blade and running it just wide of the man.
He's got it square. A third man is going to come back. This is where India has a weakness. An extra run conceded in the deep. 183 for 6. Gone up in the air, but in the gap. In fact, he may have been in control of that shot, knowing he was playing that in the gap. 2 runs of the over so far. Quick delivery. Virendra Sehwag. Much straighter ball, played wide enough for a single. Pul Chandana has really played a good innings here, 36 of 49. 186 for 6. Pul Chandana will look for 2. He's lightning quick. And in fact, he'll make it comfortably. Target getting easier and easier for the Sri Lankans. In the commentary box, we've got the 2 Ians, Ian Ealing and Ian Bishop.
It was 95 for 6 in the 26th over, and one would have thought, many would have thought, Sri Lanka were dead and buried. 93 runs now, this partnership between Chandana and Jayawardena. Straight to long leg, and 32 needed from 46 deliveries. Ian Healy.
They're in the box seat, but they're the nervous moments for a bowler. That shot, Chandana got well inside the line and played a full-blooded hook shot. The bowler must have been very anxious.
Long and far and all the way. The 100 partnership comes up. What a knock this is by Jayawardena.
It's hard to relax as a bowler, an off-spinner, when your field's up and the batsmen are on fire. Did it make it? The umpire's still asking the question. I think it has.
Yeah, we'll have a good look here. Definitely by a couple of feet as well. They'll be pushing hard for 2. Jayawardena's coming back, and he gets home safely. Wonderful running, good positive stuff. And problems at 200 comes up for Sri Lanka. Rahul Dravid just shakes the head.
His fielding team was talked about earlier by Sanjay Mandrake. Not as fast as the Sri Lankans, for example, and he's starting to find that out right now.
Well, they've milked this leg side field so well. An abundance of fielders on the offside. There is so much room here. Only 1 fielder saving the single and 2 fielders on the ropes saving the boundaries. And these 2 batsmen have milked that leg side field, picking up singles, picking up 2s with deft touches. And that has contributed significantly to this partnership. Squeezed it through between keeper and slip, and the runs are flowing. Rahul Dravid can barely look.
You know why? Because just that delivery, he moved his slip wider. He moved the man at slip just to about a 4th slip. Pathan was always going to angle it across the right-hander in the hope of a catch. Oh no, that's exactly where I just was.
Just milked it.
Early in this innings, it was 47 dot balls and just 6 singles. Compared to what it is now, look at that. 47 and 6 singles it started out as. And they had 4 fours then. Now they've got the singles to 3 times as many as the fours, which is perfect. Perfect. Their intensity and their rotation has been excellent.
Shots like that and finding the gaps. And all the way through this series, all the way through, the middle to lower order in the main have been the ones who have restored innings. The older the ball has gotten has made batting a lot easier. Rahul Dravid would have thought at one point, yeah, we've got this. But it's been a superb display of batting that has taken it away from him. 11 needed of 25 deliveries. Wide. Guilty as charged, Sehwag.
It was the cool head of Dravid one night here in Dambulla, the cool head of Jayasuriya another night, so the experienced batsmen have been able to get their teams over the line. This time it's an experienced partnership in the absence of Jayasuriya. 212 for 6.
It's Fullish of length, and he's clipped away for 2. That angle round the wicket, in fact, there might be 3, and there is. Just opens up the onside a touch. Now this could be tight. Missed the stumps, needed a direct hit, and that could have been too tight for Jayawardene.
Harbhajan, was he on his heels? I think he just got caught in his heels and they picked up this single. He recovered well and everything else was fine.
Hoiked away to square leg. So 2 required to win. And the wides column, for me, 9 wides tonight are all little areas. Harbhajan saying 9 for 49. He should have bowled better on this surface. Over the top and straight to third man. Will they come back for 2? They're coming back, and this should be it. That's it. He punches the air. His teammates are standing in the pavilion. It's been a wonderful partnership. 126 runs unbeaten between Jayawardene and Upal Chandana. His part in this opera cannot be understated. Chandana's played well.
He's one of the most understated cricketers in the world, Upal Chandana. He's the man responsible for mine, for getting the score ticking over, allowing Jayawardene to relax, become more confident that his partner was going to stay with him. And then they both blossomed into 2 magnificent innings. Rahul Dravid just looks and says, get me out of Dambulla, get me to Colombo. Let's get some good practice under our belts and bounce back on the weekend and for the next time we meet this fella.